don't say 2 or 1. I'm just saying. Oh, I guess I don't need all the subscribe things on here now because all these people are they're all subscribers, all paid subscribers. It's way different. What's up, everybody? I only have 2 likes currently, and it's really bumming me out. I'm just kidding. Smash that like button. Yeah. Why did you guys come a half hour early? Or why were you here a half hour early, Green Mountain? Wait, the audio's fine though, right? I just saw somebody say yeah, audio, but the audio's good, yeah? Everybody? No issues? I hate that there's like all this weird delay. You're bored. You just missed me that much. That's fair. That's fair. I just realized that I've been playing around with some of the settings on YouTube, and I didn't realize that I had been uploading videos for the last 3 days and leaving them in unlisted mode. it like changed to the default on its own. So I'm gonna fix that. I think I'm gonna upload tomorrow's video today as well. Just so I don't have to do it tomorrow. 3 sets of wheels today. Dang. More than I did today. I only did 2 sets of wheels and some other random parts. But I'm also still like high key disabled. So how many people are in here? 9. I'm trying to figure out how I made the other day I made this public so that the public could see it, but only members could comment. And I legitimately have no idea how I did that. Ew, all mirror black? That's terrible. Yeah, the hot pink. It's styling. My jam. Yeah, JS, you say that you're going to Vegas? Was that you? I think that was you. I just read that. Yeah, I do more gloss black than anything else. I'm gonna see if I can figure out how to make this chat public, or the video public, for the chat, just for y'all. What are you going to Vegas for? YouTube Studio. Yeah, I already have YouTube Studio. I don't know why it's pretending I don't. Do something on this computer real quick. JS Coatings, why are you going? There's no hookers in Vegas. That's a thing that's made up. Just so you know. Clark County, which is where Las Vegas is, prostitution is actually illegal. You have to drive way out of town. There are still hookers there, to be fair. There's hookers down the street from my shop too, so you don't have to travel for that. Let's see if I could change this. You guys got any questions? Off limits. They're on a computer that I have to have fixed. Um, Beyond that, I don't have a ton of information until that video is fixed, or until that computer's fixed. Then I can upload those. Yeah, I found it. There we go. I'm going to recommend. Please talk about how you recommend to get started. Oh wait. Okay, Armil, I'll get to that. I just saw that you're going to bed. I'll get to that here in just a second. Let me look at some of these other questions, and then I'm gonna make this video public. But I think it's gonna keep it so only members can comment. I know, JS. I gotta like remake that file. Was actually on that other computer that I have, so I'm just gonna have to remake that file. UKC Army is the hashtag that I tend to use the most often for UKC stuff, at least. Just so you guys know, I do have some parts in the oven, so I'm gonna have to go check those here in just a minute. But I'll tell you before I randomly bail. I'm not gonna bail on the chat. I'm just gonna run out and check them real quick. Probably shut the oven off. 20th wedding anniversary. Damn. Look at you. I guess hookers is probably out of the question then. No, Israel, they're not. There's not even regulated sex workers there. There's strippers, but there's no prostitution or anything like that in Clark County where Las Vegas is. That's just a thing that everybody talks about. Like the Bunny Ranch or whatever, that's outside of Clark County. Richard, yeah, having rim strip and cold. The downside is methylene chloride doesn't work very well when it's cold. One of the ways that you can kind of get around that, but you have to be incredibly careful, is you have to put you can heat up the part before dropping it in to heat up your fluid, or you can get like a barrel heater. It doesn't have to be hot. You just don't want it to be like really cold. The downside is methylene chloride boils at 100 degrees, so it doesn't take much temperature to get it up to where you need it. Like 60, 70 degrees, you're fine. But you'll definitely notice a delay in how, or an issue in how long it takes to strip parts when it's cold. JS Coatings, did you just say no? It does. Don't listen to him. It totally does. Richard, how cold does the shop get though? I mean, I see that it's unheated. My shop, I guess, is unheated by default because I don't turn the heater on. I just use the oven. But let's see. Just tried water on top of the methylene chloride, and it's awesome. Yeah, yeah. It's the water on top, having like 2 inches of water on top of it is awesome. It makes a huge difference. That was a trick, actually. Yeah, White Pony. I actually have your email sitting here open. I just haven't replied yet. Richard is gonna get into the low 30s inside the shop. Yeah, you're definitely gonna have some problems with it. You can get a barrel heater. It's just like a rubber strap that goes around the like the drum itself and heats up. It doesn't make it warm by any means, but it'll help. No, there's not going to be a heater for an overpack. Green Mountain, they're a barrel heater is a barrel heater. Overpack is literally for, I don't know if you know this, but it's for shipping an item that is damaged or has potential to leak, things of that nature. They'll put them in that as like a safety precaution. That's why it has the screw-on lid that it does. Yeah, Richard. I mean, the only other option is you're gonna have to go, with an actual heated product like green solve or something, but then you have to heat that anyway, and it's way more expensive. Oh, nice, Israel. What'd you get? What I got in the oven. I think the only thing left in there is 2 brake calipers. They're BMW. They're 1 series brake calipers. I don't know what they're going on. They're off of 1 series. They're going on something else. Dimensions of my spray booth. I don't remember. It's 8 feet, 8 feet wide by 5 feet deep by 8 feet tall. Yeah, that's true. JS coatings. It'll still work. Yeah, I mean, Richard, it'll still work. It's gonna take longer for sure. I mean, it's not even a question. And if you're not like in a, if you're not having to push out a lot of product to do it, then it's not gonna matter too much, like how much longer it takes. You can fit 2 wheels in at a time effectively, then you should be good. Industrial air 60 gallon. What size? How many horsepower is it, Israel? New oven is electric. Speaking of oven, let me go check on these parts real quick. Okay. Message, I guess, when you're heading back or whatever. All right, sweetie. I'll talk to you in a little bit. Are you taking Angel? Okay. Does he live with his mom? Oh, so you're gonna try to pawn her off literally. Okay, got it. Yeah, 5 horsepower is gonna be like the bottom line. I mean, technically mine's 5 horsepower. The thing about electric motors that I didn't even know this until a compressor, I guess, expert explained it to me. He told me that 5 horsepower, like he looked at the motor on my compressor. He's like, yeah, I mean, it's 5 horsepower, but it's 5 horsepower stall. Meaning if you tried to put more than 5 into it, it would stall the motor out. Which now I have a 5 horsepower motor, but it's like a 10 horsepower stall. So it can run 24/7 at 10 horsepower. Did I forget something? Yeah, Israel, it's all, I mean, I started, I'm sure, with less than, I don't remember what horsepower my first compressor was. It was like a generic Cobalt compressor from Home Depot or whatever. And it worked, but hey, babe, will you pull this leg out right here a little tiny bit? Nope, not quite. No, it's fine. I was guessing what you would have to do because that thing's like, if you touch it, it moves super fast. There's like no tension. Yeah, it's good. It's actually way too high now. No, push the front or the center one in a little bit. Yeah, just a little. gonna have to figure out a different way of mounting that. This camera doesn't it doesn't sit on the other mounts I have like normal. They're for phones pretty much. Yeah. Israel, it's just some BMW brakes. I changed the pot system a while back when I seen your video on it because I already had one. Small compressor, what sucks, but I found out that it runs better the fuller your pot is. Not for me. I mean, it doesn't, until it's almost empty, it doesn't really make much difference. I don't know. I can't even think of a reason that it being fuller, it shouldn't matter. Do you use the valve when you open it? You open the first valve coming in all the way, the second valve going down all the way, and then the valve that lets the media out, do you only open it a little bit? Yeah, Israel, it makes a huge difference. Huge, huge, huge difference. Oh, we got a new member. I don't know. Oh, Dale Williams. Welcome, Dale Williams. Guess that means I need to change the member count up here. There. 38 members. I totally forget that I have this bar at the bottom. So it cuts off part of my face. It's alright. I got an ugly face anyway, so it's fine. You guys got any questions? Is there anything I can potentially help you with? So Stacy, the first two valves should be open all the way. The bottom, the one that's on the very bottom, you only open until media starts coming out. That was something that I learned very early on. I don't know, did I? Oh yeah, the one about the hoodie. Yeah, I got you covered, JC's. See if I can adjust this. It's on like a super finicky tripod. And I'm like terrified to move too much. He's like chakra glowing yellow with no base coat. Well, it's transparent, so you can technically shoot it over anything, but you don't want to. It needs to have some sort of base to work off of, whether that be white because you want it to be fluorescent yellow, or if you want it to be like a silver or chrome base, make it kind of the antifreeze color. Illusion colors don't require a base. Illusion colors are their own base, and then you put clear on them. Oh yeah, Stacy, try this. It's gonna be hard with the dead man on it. You're probably gonna need two people, but figure out with that valve open, you'll hear like a noticeable chain, or the valve, the dead man part of it open. Gun open. I know JS Coatings. I do the same thing. I was like, wait, you were already in here, and you had sent me a message. So I was like, wait, what? You literally open that valve, and you'll hear a change in the sound in the cabinet, like a very obvious change, and that's pretty much right where it's the perfect amount. You can go a little bit past that. You just don't want to get to the point that it's like spitting. If it's spitting, you need to back off of it. And when I say back off of it, means close that bottom valve a little bit. And if you have been leaving it open the whole time, this will be a huge difference. I mean, a night and day difference. My girlfriend, when she started blasting, she was just opening it all the way, even though I'd explained the other way of doing it. Um, and I heard it. I walked out one day and I heard it, and it was just like just chunking sand out, and that's not the most effective way. You want as much air as possible with enough sand to be removing your material, because then you're having a higher velocity on the sand that you are moving. Best chrome powder, in my opinion, is Super Chrome 2. Nobody else. There's one from China called, I think it's Hacienda powder, that I ordered. And I have been playing with it a little bit. I've been really busy with other stuff, so I haven't done anything like official with it yet. It is a good chrome. It is incredibly. It's not expensive. It's only $10 a pound, but the shipping is out of control. I mean, the shipping is from China is outrageous. There's a chance that I'm going to be ordering powder from this company, and I'm going to buy a few things of bulk, and then I'll make it available to you guys in smaller amounts. The Secret Chrome is literally from Hacienda. So is the Secret Clear, by the way. It's this acrylic clear from them. But we don't have to pretend that they're secrets. I don't know. I don't know why it was ever deemed as being a secret. That part was weird to me. Oh yeah, what wasn't it? Was that just the other day? Seven. You guys were saying somebody. I think some of you guys were saying 710 Performance was moving, or they got kicked out of their shop or something, and they were moving. Did that happen? You guys were saying. I thought it was. Maybe it was yesterday. Stacy, this will even help. Like, if you have a compressor that can't keep up, this will make your life even better. I promise. It's a night and day difference. Oven in it does not have, the current oven that I'm using does not have a fan. The new oven, I have all the stuff to duct two different fans, actually, be constantly circulating air. Israel, how do I come up with pricing? I base my original pricing off of local competitors. I went lower than them when I started. Now I'm higher up. Like, I'm near the middle, but on the higher end of the middle, I guess. As far as like custom powder coaters, I don't even try to compete with like the commercial guys. There's guys here that they'll do a full set of wheels for $160. I don't play that game, obviously. Am I devising any secret colors right now? No. Well, that's not true. I've been playing with this flake that's actually in a video that I got to make public so you guys can actually see it. But this flake right here, I think I tried showing it in the camera before, but it didn't really work. But this is a new camera. Oh yeah, it's still not going to work. Oh yeah, there you go. This flake right here is in a new video, and it's pretty awesome. I'm going to tell you right now. It's way cool. I don't know about the drama, but they're definitely moving. Was there drama? Using some dude's garage for a few months, they said, in Missouri. Well, I mean, that's, I guess good luck with that. I can't even imagine. I even feel like right now my shop is not big enough, you know? Seven Ten is out of his building now. Tonight, he posted a vid to show his setup now in the new location. Oh, okay. So they got moved at least. So they'll be back up and running. Yeah, it does look like little strips, huh? It's I mean, it is basically. It's little. That's why we were jokingly gonna call it unicorn penis. I don't know if that's still the case, but Brandon, I gotta make that image bigger. That image was way funnier when it was like full size. Looks like some folks are saying they got booted. I think I'm maybe the only person. I'm not even saying that they got booted. I have no idea. This was just a guess on my part. It just the story of all of a sudden having to move, like out of nowhere, didn't seem to make sense. But to be fair, I don't know any of the story. Like you guys told me about it, so I only know what some of you guys told me, and it doesn't matter to me one bit. I'm not trying to throw shade. What's the best color you come up with by mixing powders together? I tried to make a pink the other day and it turned out all right. The best color I've ever come up with. I didn't do it by. There's a couple colors that I came up with not by mixing powders, but by layering powders. The best one that I've ever come up with um, was a match to Volkmag Blue that I spent way too much time and effort on because nobody makes. APP has a powder that they say is a match, but it's not at all. It's not even close. I mean, it's not close. It's dark metallic blue, so it's close in that regard, but that's about it. As far as like layering, like the colors that I've made, I made. I had one called fucking Catalina Wineberry that I made. That was a. It was a deep candy red, I think. Sounds right. It was deep candy red over Speedway black. And it basically makes what is it looks like Illusion Malbec now. This was before Illusion Malbec. Um, this was like before Illusion Malbec existed. And it, to be fair, this is a much better looking color than Illusion Malbec in my opinion. But it's pretty gorgeous. The powder coating, even though it's a flake. Yeah, so Israel, it's still going to be. I had to mix it into a powder clear. I bought a bunch of this flake. This is one of 4 of these that I bought. So, I've used a bunch of it already. This is the only one that I actually haven't used anything out of, other than I've been spilling it all over myself. So I got a customer that wants matte gold, but on prismatic the golds look the same. What's your idea of a good matte gold? I use prismatic or waltz gold for almost everything. And then if you want a matte finish, you can put matte clear or Casper clear. If they want it true, like flat. Almost all the golds require a clear, so you're going to be kind of stuck in that realm no matter what. So you might as well just do it that way because it's the easier way of doing it. Hey, since I got you guys on here, is this camera much clearer than the other one? I know, I'm guessing most of you look on like your phones, so maybe you can't tell a difference on the phone, but is it worth the time and labor to offer color matching? Is it a hard process? Uh, no. I mean, you got to look at a company like Prismatic, 6,500 colors. There's a pretty good chance that you're going to be able to match a color that exists. Especially in the metallic ranges, mixing powders is a lot easier than like mixing to get a solid tone because there's a lot of colors that you just can't mix. But you can usually find one that's close and you can work directly from that one. So say you found a metallic gray, it's the right shade of gray, whatever, but the flake is a little bit off. You can kind of work one direction or the other if you need to. Or there's been times that a gray I had was too light, so I literally just mixed it with black, with like, mirror black or whatever to darken it up, and it worked just great. It's not a hard process. It's once you start to learn color matching a little bit, it's like anything. Once you start to learn it a little bit, it makes it much better overall. Get yourself RAL color guides. That's, a good base to start, especially for solid tones. And a lot of swatches. I don't know if you guys have ever seen how many swatches I have, but it's a ton of swatches. Honestly, the best thing from 710 was YouTube sent me to the UK. All right, well, thanks, Brandon. I don't deal with golds much. Well, that's unfortunate. You should definitely deal with golds more. Yeah, the prismatic gold, or if you deal with IFS, they have 2 different bonded metallic golds that are great. There's one that's more orange than the other. The orangey one, I can't remember the name. I think it's called Gold Nugget. I don't like that one nearly as much. Goldtastic from Prismatic is another good gold. I use Walt and Prismatic Gold are nearly identical. One's a little more yellow, one's a little bit lighter than the other. But anytime somebody's like, "Hey, I like gold," I'll show them that, and they love that color. So, it doesn't take too much work. 710 has gotten a lot better with video production. Before, it was hard to watch long enough to absorb all the valuable info. Well, that's good then. What's up, Danny? Welcome. Ricardo, welcome. What are the RAL colors and why don't they have names? So, RAL colors are, it's a color guide that in theory is universal. So, it's an index of colors that if I look at RAL 7012 as an example, if somebody on the other side of the world looked at RAL 7012, it should be identical to that. In the print world, they have a similar scenario that's it's not RAL colors, but RAL colors are supposed to be universal across whether it be printing, paint, powder. What was the other thing that I saw them using RAL colors for the other day? There was one other thing. So it's basically a universal color guide. Whereas, like, I can't tell people, oh, this is just Speedway Black, and they can just go make Speedway Black. If that makes sense, a prismatic color. And they don't have names because to be fair, they do have names. Lots of places will take RAL, whatever, and call it something, but it's still an RAL color by default. Do you see the post I tagged you? My fake Nord. Yeah, I saw that. I actually have one on the gun that I've been using that's not in videos. You guys actually will see it in a video this Saturday. It'll be the first video that I post using this gun as my new production gun, or new work gun, whatever. Yeah, like JS is coding, it's more of a number setup. Israel, yeah, I've seen the Ameriblaster stuff. I was actually in the last live chat. I asked a couple questions about it, legitimately asking questions because I didn't know the answer, and they kicked me out of that chat or out of that Facebook group. So to me, it doesn't look like anything but a bunch of fittings from Home Depot welded together. I was asking that not in a negative way. I was just asking to be like, hey, is this going to be better? And nobody said anything. And then the guy blocked me or kicked me out of the group. So, have you ever thought about laser cleaning? Yeah, it's awesome looking. It's also dumb expensive. I think the one that everybody was excited about on the internet, which keep in mind, laser cleaning is great with the exception of the fact that you're still going to need blast it. You're not getting like a reasonable finish out of it. Sure, you're stripping the stuff off of it, which is great. I'm not denoting that at all, but it's still too expensive ultimately, and it takes a while. The videos that I've seen, they do seem fast, but they're all sped up. There's some videos on YouTube that show the actual process and how it works, and it takes a while, especially on thick. Like if you have a thick epoxy primer, it takes a while. And it smells bad. You're burning away epoxy primer, essentially. Can't imagine that's super good to be around. Yeah, I think it was the Sandblasting small price group. I honestly don't remember, but it was one that Ameriblaster kind of ran or something. It was the guy from Ameriblaster who got rid of me. Wait, did you guys hear my question? Is this camera clearer than the other one? Yeah, Ricardo, there's a local shop that I used to do all their powder coating, and they ended up buying some of their own equipment and doing it, or I don't know if they still do. But they bought this machine. They got sold on a machine that basically you could put a wheel in it, and it would rotate the wheel around as media got shot at it. So not in a sandblast way. This was steel shot. It was designed to clean 16.5-inch steel wheels off trucks, and these guys decided to use it for aluminum wheels and destroyed a bunch of wheels right off the bat. For me, it doesn't. I mean, I can blast a wheel in 8 minutes. You know what I mean? Like it's no point in getting too wild with equipment, in my opinion. Yeah, me too, Richard. There's a bunch of stuff on that computer that I actually need outside of the YouTube world that I like legitimately need. Um, and it sucks not having it. My buddy's on it. I mean, he put together this other computer for me like immediately, and this thing is an absolute beast. But I do need some stuff off that other one. That other one had a weird problem. It was like all of a sudden there was a section of the hard drive was bad out of nowhere, and it's a solid state drive. So that's not a if you know anything about computers, that's not a thing that just happens. Something must be wrong to be making it think that the hard drive is an issue. I have to look at those old videos up. Oh, the old videos up. Damn, that looks fun. Yeah, I don't know how much fun it would be. I guess it'd be better. Cam looks the same. All right. This is the camera that I'm using now and probably will be using now for all the lives is a significantly more expensive camera. I'm gonna be using it for some other stuff though too. I'm gonna be doing less stuff on my phone, recording on my phones, and more stuff with actual cameras, so I can get a little more involved in the editing process. On my laptop now, so everything is more clear. It's fair. It's fair. Not sure if it's better, but it's pretty good. It's clear, but don't remember the other one. You don't remember? It was only like 2 days ago, White Pony. No, this one should be better. This one shoots in 4K. My phone will shoot in. Well, the webcam I was using is 1080p, but I don't think it streams in 1080p. Looks more clear, but not a huge difference on mobile. Yeah, I would assume it's not like a crazy big difference. Are you a one-man operation? I know Homegrow is helping you sometimes. No, I have no employees. It's just me. I've never wanted employees. Never gonna want employees. So it's just been for me. I don't want the risk of other people messing something up that I have to go back and fix. I know that sounds lame, but I just don't want to have to deal with any other aspect of it. You're old. Let's see. Anyway, yeah, I'm very much a one man operation, and I always will be. Hey, how many people are? Hey, let's. Actually, I don't think likes are gonna matter on this video. I don't think anybody else can see it anyway. Oh, what camera? What camera am I using now? This is it's just a Sony 4K video camera. I don't remember the model number. Richard, how easy? It's pretty straightforward. So you have it's got its cleaning operation that you can run through. I tend to do that twice. And then I'll on top of that, I'll just run air through the gun one time, and you're good to go. If you're using like a crazy high metallic powder in the hoppers, you don't have to do this with the box feed systems, but the hopper feed systems, if you're using like a high metallic powder or golds tend to do it a lot. I'm sure that you guys that are powder coated, when you go to clean out a hopper or whatever, that you'll see like the gold residue will stick to the outside, and you can wipe it off, and it's all just like a fine metallic. That type of stuff um, ends up sticking to the sides, but you can just wipe it off with a microfiber, if that makes sense. Or you can leave it in there. It doesn't affect anything, honestly. If you're going to go from like gold to black, I would say you need to change it. You need to wipe it down, but it's a very simple, the whole point is to try to make things as easy as possible for people. So cleaning my hoppers now on the gun the gun you guys see, the HSO2, is harder than cleaning on the new system by far. Plus, the new system has an auto cleaning mode, which does most of the work for you. Yeah, no apprentices for me, Israel. What's up, Legendary? Legendary's he got the very first one of the systems, and you could ask him about that cleaning process. I'm sure he's cleaned. No, White Pony, you should add at least 5 more. Yeah, red. Solid tone reds and solid tone blues do it. And I'm not sure what it is. I'm sure it's just something in the pigment process for when they make it. I just have never really understood why it does that. Opinion or experience with fluidized hoppers. Fluidized hoppers are the shit. I mean, they work really well. Oh no, I can't find my mouse. Oh, there it is. Remind me. Stream help. Sick. There we go. Only 3 likes hit the button. Yeah, what legendary? If you're still in here, like, what do you think about that cleaning process? Oh yeah, you guys that are members in here, I think at the end of this month, I'm gonna do it exactly. I'm probably gonna do it exactly 1 month from when I started memberships, or at the end of this month. I haven't figured it out exactly yet, but what I'm gonna end up doing is changing all of the memberships to the $4.99 one. I'm gonna get rid of. I got rid of the 2 high end ones, but there's still $1.99, $4.99, and I think $8.99. I'm gonna move everything into the $4.99 category and just let that one be what it is. Most people pick that one anyway. And then second was the $8.99, and there's still some $1.99 ones, of course. And if you guys don't want to pay the $5, like, I get it. Like, I'm not gonna be horribly offended, obviously. I just feel like I want to just lump everything into one and give everybody kind of the same thing, just to make life easy for both you guys and me. Not doesn't affect me too much either way. But every day I have to go in and ask, or it has to ask me questions about the memberships, and I'm just like, well, why can't we just make this all one? Only 3 likes hit the button. We got 15 likes and 15 views right now, so or 15 viewers, good enough for me. Legendary coating easier than cool coat. Yeah, it's much easier in my opinion. Dialing in your fluidizing hopper tends to be the issue that most people have. But once that's set up, and these guns come pretty well set up, once you dial that in, like, you're good to go. Yeah, JS, I got everything out of the oven. Oven's off, doors open, parts are out, all that stuff. Fluidized hoppers are awesome. I mainly use them for my clear coat. I have a cheap WX958. WX958. Is that the long, Ricardo? Is that the long, like, boxy one? It's like real wide and flat. Has a bunch of gauges and a bunch of knobs and stuff. Christian fluidizing hoppers. Some have exhaust on covers, like Columbia and others. Down. Someone did a video. What's your take on it? Does exhaust? I don't know if I've seen that before. I'm gonna have to go look. Stacy, so I just use a shop vac. I want to put together a video that shows, like, a bunch of the tools that I've made or modified to do specific things in the powder world. It'd be kind of a boring video, and I'm trying to figure out a way to make it not terrible. But the best way I can explain this is I took a round plate, and I drilled some holes in it, and I let that basically suck up to the vacuum, and then I have a hose fitting on that, and I just run the hose up and can do it that way. I have other attachments that I just bought at, like, Home Depot, or you can buy them on Amazon, that dial shop back down to a smaller fitting, and you can do it that way. But this one that I made myself is probably the best one that I've used. It doesn't overheat. The thing is, when you take a shop vac and you start narrowing down the piping to really small, it overheats the motor of the shop vac because it can't actually pull enough air in through that little hose. It's like using a tiny straw to try to drink something. Same concept, at least. Oh, you're saying a vent? Okay. I guess exhaust. I wasn't reading. I was reading exhaust in a different way, maybe. Um, yeah, you have to have a vent on it. I mean, because if not, you're effectively you're pressurizing it naturally anyway, and it's a fluidized hopper, which means it's adding air. So if you don't have a vent, where's the extra air go? Hi, Molly. Hi. Hi. Good girl. Any thoughts on spraying gold top coats over chrome on flat panels? Every time I spray any gold, it always comes out very thin, shaded except on the edges. Yeah, it's because they suck, Danny. They're the worst thing ever, man. Especially on flat panels. That's the worst thing. Stacy, the tips that I bought a kit off of Amazon. It's like I think it's called like a detail vacuum kit or something like that. Let me see if I can find it. Maybe I can. I think I can put a link in the chat. Let's see here. Yep, this one right here. This is not the one that I got, but I mean, this is the same exact concept. Oh, I need to put this over in this window. Sorry, looking at two different computer monitors. Well, here, it's actually not letting me put that because it's too long. So just search paste. Just search that, and you can see the types of attachments. You can see where it's got the little adapters. You can use that little hose to do stuff. But ultimately, the one that I made, I just used the end of the hose. I cut it at like a 45-degree angle, and use that. It works way better. And then that hose wears a little bit, so you end up having to like cut the crap off the end and make like a new end. But I just cut off like an eighth of an inch each time, and it's fine. Okay, yeah, Ricardo, that's the one I was thinking of. I didn't put the link. I was like, did my link not pop up? But I forgot I couldn't put the link. Okay, good. Yeah, yeah. Cleaning your gun is way easy. Oh yeah, yeah. See, they're easy to deal with. I mean that the whole point of this machine was to make it as easy as possible. Legendary, did you find the other tip that you thought was missing? I know you messaged me about it the other day. Last gauge didn't do anything, so I opened it and it's technically empty. Smallest board I've seen. I deleted some of the hoses and now it works. Yeah, it's funny how that works. Yeah, I just left it in the box. Oh, you left that tip in the box? Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I was assuming that was the case, but if not, I have more of those ones too. Should something go horribly awry. Brandon, sweet legendary. Oh yeah, yeah. What? I'm trying to think. I feel bad for some of the guys who aren't in the states. I think maybe some of you guys in here and maybe aren't in the states, but I'm doing on Sunday. I'm gonna do a live in the shop. This is a public one, so open to everybody. Um, we're gonna do some wild stuff actually out in the shop. So it won't be a true Q&A, but hey, look, we got a new member. Let me see if I can figure out who it is. DB Cook 1, welcome. Assuming that you're in here somewhere. JS, I gotta do. I have an idea for a giveaway. I'm just trying to figure out the right way to doing it, and then High Temp Masking wants to do more giveaways. I'm talking to him. I've been talking to him on Instagram actually during this video, but he wants to do another giveaway because you guys have been, well, I don't know if you guys, people from the channel have been using the unknown 20 code to get 20% off, and he sent me a screenshot the other day showing like how many people were using it still. So he wants to do even more work with the channel, which is awesome. So we'll do a giveaway with him. I got to do the Hudson Durable Goods. They have these awesome work aprons that I'm going to be giving away. But I think I don't know how I can do it, a members only one. I'm sure that I could come up with a members only giveaway, but I guess for the Hudson Durable Goods, I have 2 of the aprons to give away. So that makes sense. Might be the best way of doing it. Let me update this because we have another new member. I gotta do something cool like on Twitch when you get a new member and it like puts up a cool announcement or something. Watch that member count change to 39. I don't actually know when it changes. I don't know, like, I know it just swaps over. There we go. Now it says 39. Brandon, what do you say? Yeah, we did. I don't know what that is. I don't know what you're saying. Yeah, we did too. DB Cook, hey bro, I've been watching your videos for a bit. Really appreciate tips and tricks, so figured I'd join and help you out and show respect. Hey man, thank you, I appreciate it. You're the 39th member to join. I just saw the little notifier thing saying that we got a new member. Brandon, I don't think I have a code. They sent me some paperwork that I still have to go through and figure it out, but they sent me 2 of their like black work aprons, and they're offering like custom logo stuff on both of them. So I'm gonna do a giveaway with those. If you guys want to put logos on, you can do that. I'm actually probably gonna start wearing mine again. I didn't because it's been hot here, obviously, because it's summer. But as winter comes, it'll be a lot more reasonable to throw that thing on because it's pretty heavy. I mean, not heavy to the point you can't work in it, but it's like a good heavy apron to work in. I'll see if there's a code for it, though. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Members only would be cool. Kind of give back to your people. Yeah, I know, JS. I'm just saying, like, for the advertising side of it, I'm not saying that I don't want to give it to members only, but the whole point of these guys wanting to do giveaways through the channel is to get as many names as they can exposed to that brand. So I'll talk to some of them and see if we can come up with something. I'm sure that we'll manage. JC's coding. What DA do I have? Like Sander? I assume that's what you're asking. Brandon used the shit out of the high temp code. That is awesome. Let's see. When you cook your parts, do you leave the oven at 400 exactly and wait for the part to get there? I have 440 on the oven and the part gets to 400. I lower the temp to 415. I don't think, no. My oven, because I just sit there and hold the button until it gets to 400 or whatever, sometimes it's like 403, 406, but I don't intentionally turn it above 400, no. Brandon, I need to finish my new logo. Well, that sounds like fun. I'm glad I don't have to do logo stuff anymore. It used to be my job. Like my logo now is a logo that I made before I was a powder coater as part of my job. Do different. Oh wait, what is the high temp code? Stacy, it's just unknown 20. So unknown 20, and it gets you 20% off your entire order with them. Do different contaminants cause different failures in the powder curing? Yeah, I mean to some degree, like an oil contaminant is going to be much different than like sand or dirt or something like that. Um, but ultimately, most like fluid type contaminants are going to give you the same result. They're either going to be a black spot or like a fisheye type of look. Pockets, white pony, yeah, the Hudson aprons do have pockets. I'll post a picture of mine later today. Israel, yeah. I mean, I can normally look at something and know what it is, or at least have an idea. I might not know specifically, but I'd know like kind of what family of contaminant it might be, just by looking at it. Oh yeah, JS. That's actually what I was thinking. Was like, I'll do like a UKC like packet of stuff. JC is the DA. So I have two DAs that are pneumatic, air driven. They're both like stupid high end ones that I got at some auto body supply place for when I was doing a body work project on a wide body car I was building. Um, for electric stuff, I literally just use like Harbor Freight ones because I burn through them so often. I know that sounds ridiculous, but Green Mountain, no, I do not have a code for prismatic, but I do have something in the works. I think that's going to be happening this week. I don't think I'll be able to announce it until next week, but I have something in the work that I think that a lot of you guys will enjoy, especially if you use prismatic stuff. So, look your brother up. I have the pieces working on the font and piecing it together. Brandon, yeah, shoot me a message. We're gonna work on something together, man. Not a problem. What software are you making it in, Brandon? I design everything in Illustrator because I make everything in Vector. So, need to order tonight. Oh yeah, Green. I can't help you tonight. I actually don't have a code, but it sounds like I will be having a code here soon enough. So you outgas at a higher temp or just straight outgas at 400? I outgas it typically 25 or 50 degrees higher than my cure temp DB, um, for an hour. It depends on what it is. If it's a thin part, it'll be less time. If it's a big heavy part, it would be more. What clear do you use? I've used prismatic clear and it sucks so bad it left orange peel. Moved on to Sherwin-Williams clear. Yeah, Sherwin-Williams just sent me some clear that I actually haven't even used. I think it got here on Monday. Um, I haven't messed with it much. I use Clear Vision's clear, but the box of clear that I've been using, or Prismatic's Clear Vision box of clear that I've been using. I have two different boxes from IFS, and I actually don't remember the name of them. One's an acrylic, one's not. Yeah, a lot of the clears are a lower cure temp because if you cook them higher than that, they burn out or yellow out. Obviously, not burn. Are different brands of powder cross compatible? Yeah, it's not so much a matter of the brand of powder. It's the chemical makeups of the powder, and you're gonna find those chemical makeups across each brand. So as long as they're compatible with each other from a chemical standpoint, you'll be fine. It's not so much a brand issue. Damn it, there's a fly in here. Do you wait till flow out, then start the 10 minutes for curing, or leave it in for X time, then pull it? I mean, I follow the instructions of when the part gets to temperature X, I wait X amount of time, but there's some variance to that, right? So if you have a super thin part that's going to flow out immediately, it's going to get hot real fast, probably faster than it should. And then if you have, on the other side of that, you have like a big cast iron part that's going to sit there in the 365 to 385 range, never getting to 400, and it'll be in there for 45 minutes and not get to that temperature. That's when you got to take into account the lower cure temperature for a longer cure time equates to the same overall cure. I like Clear Vision. Never had an issue with it. I've had issues with Ink Black though. Yeah, I've discussed some of the issues that I've had with Ink Black. I think they're all pretty universal. I know there's a lot of people that really love Ink Black. The people that I've seen that really love Ink Black have not sprayed enough gloss black to really have a good opinion about that, if that makes sense. Yeah, Ricardo, that's the best thing, man. Paying attention to what material you're using, how thick it is, how dense it is. I mean, even different types of aluminum, different types of steel. There's a lot of variables that come into play with Keir cycles. The guy just texted me and wants to come pick up those BMW brakes. It's fine. It's 45 minutes away. Do I ever hot coat? Yes. Uh, with some explanation. There are certain colors that I choose to spray hot not because I find it easier, but to get the color to do what I want, it needs to be sprayed hot. A great example of that is going to be pretty much the entire chameleon line from Prismatic. If you ever look at the pictures of their chameleon stuff versus mine is much more full of color. The color change is much more dramatic, um, because all the color that you're getting from them is coming out of that flake, and you put it over a black base. So I just use more of the flake in theory. I'm spraying it on hot, so it's thicker than it should be, uh, within reason. Thicker than it should be, which is of course more flake, which means more color. Outside of that, there's only a couple colors that I'm willing to spray hot. Some of the disco line, and I'm only using that as like a mid coat for something. I usually put a base down, then put the disco down, and then a candy on top of that. It gives you that real deep candy effect, like a bass boat, similar to a bass boat, because you're having layers, not of flake, but you have layers of the color. So you put a silver down and then shoot disco platinum on top of that as an example, and then put red on top of that. It's going to give you a crazy deep metallic look. Do it on all my gloss black and the finish is on 1,000%. 10,000 times smoother. Yeah, I mean, Ricardo, that's a lot of that's going to be your gun more than anything, though. You had a huge hitch and took almost an hour to get to 350 degrees. Yeah, it's pretty wild when you start getting into thicker crap. Raise your oven temp and drop it down once it reaches temp. I it's it's not a matter of if I approve. If it works for you, it works for you. I'm here offering advice. Just trying to help. Doesn't mean I'm right about everything. I think I don't know. I mean, I guess ultimately if you have a big heavy part, turning the oven temperature up in an effort to get your part up to temperature is not going to be an issue because that part is soaking up all of that heat. Time is it? Oh, damn, we've been up for an hour already. Let's see here. How many of you guys think you'll tune in this Sunday? It'll be at 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're gonna be out working in the I'm gonna be out working in the shop, spraying some wild new color stuff. Oh yeah, and once again, let me encourage you guys that are in the UKC Army Gold, the $8.99 one, um, and the UKC Army Bronze, the $1.99 one. Probably at the end of this month, I'm changing it all to be the UKC Army Silver, which is $4.99. So if you're gonna want to change it before that, because I think it just like kicks you out or something if you do. I'm not really sure actually how that all works. Let's see. UKC Army Gold. So Dale, who just signed up, um, you'll get to work backwards. You join the UKC Army Gold at $8.99, but I would encourage you. I think Danny, if you're still in here, Danny Husky, drop back down to the $4.99 one. Jeff Maher, I think you were in here as well. Was Andrew Gerber in here? I didn't see him in here. And Abby Lore. All you guys that are UKC Army Gold. I think everybody else was I've already talked to besides you guys. Just you couple, 4 or 5 people. White Pony, who's your team? And then UKC Army Bronze guys. Off Limits, Legendary Coding, Richard, Green Mountain Media. The only ones that I saw in here today. Well, you're gonna want to. Well, you don't have to, but I'm gonna be changing it to the $4.99 one, which is gonna effectively refund you. Sunday is 11 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 11 o'clock in the morning. So I figure that's really it's to help out some of the guys in the wild time zones across Europe. That it's like really late in the morning. I don't think you are, Israel. I thought you were silver. Yeah, you're silver, Israel. White Pony, that's right. Seahawks, good choice. I'm from Seattle though, so I'm a little bit biased by default. Two elements. Oh, you guys are answering each other. Raiders? My parents live in Vegas now, but my parents are still Seahawks fans. Ultimately. I'm sure they can appreciate the new the in-town games. I told my dad I'd buy tickets for Seahawks as soon as the Seahawks are playing at the Raiders. I'd buy them tickets. Israel, I don't do anything besides work. I mean, I've been dealing a lot of stuff, with the arm, dealing with that shenanigans. Normally speaking, I'd be golfing a lot. That being said, I haven't been able to golf since my car accident in 2017, which is why I now have this. But hopefully I'll be able to get back to golf soon. They told me 12 weeks after surgery I'd be able to golf, and that would be awesome. So it's definitely a big goal of mine. But I mostly just work, hang out with my girlfriend. I work a lot of hours, so it's not like there's a lot of extra time. I go to car shows and car events that I'm sponsoring. I don't ever go to them outside of that just because they're not super appealing to me. I had tickets for next Sunday, but the bastards canceled them. Yeah, I know how it goes, man. It's a real bummer. Oh, gotta take this brace off. It's super sweaty inside. All right, guys. Is there any other questions? Give it like 3 more minutes if there's more questions. Welcome to the 2 new members that have joined since this went up. Yeah. Yeah, Israel, I played golf since I was 2.5 years old. I grew up on a golf course. So it's definitely always been my thing. Definitely gonna have to get more of the members in here. Because I think at the peak today, I think we hit like 18 or something. I don't know. I think this will tell me after I get off. But I don't know how to look beyond that. But I think we had like 16 or 18 or something. But with having, now 39 members. Working my call 4 times, 60 hours a week, and missed all my car shows. Well, Brandon, there hasn't been any car shows for me, so They canceled every single one. There was one kind of lame show that ended up happening here that I wouldn't have gone to, even if COVID wasn't an issue. I still had no interest in going. Hey, look, Molly's on camera there. I didn't even realize. Oh yeah, I forgot there's a delay in everything that I see up here. Oh, my brothers all play. I was a weird one to kickboxing. Yeah, I don't. I'd much rather play golf than get kicked in the face. All right, guys. Well then, I guess have a good evening, and I'm going to go move all these the 3 videos that I've uploaded over the last 3 days to public. So there'll be, what is it? Episode 72, 3, and 4 will all go up at the same time. So enjoy those. Hit the like button on those things. Oh yeah, SEMA's not cool anyway. I hate SEMA. Anyway, you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy the videos, and we'll go from here.